Good morning. Welcome to the class of history of class 10. This is chapter 6, part 2 video. We go on page number 136. In the last video, we were discussing about the factors responsible for the formation of Muslim League. We have discussed some of the causes for the formation of Muslim League. Yet some points are left. We will be discussing the left portion of that very point. So the next point is Sayyid Ahmad Khan and Aligarh movement. How was Sayyid Ahmad Khan and the Aligarh movement is responsible for the formation of Muslim League? Sayyid Ahmad Khan, born in 1817 and died in 1898, initiated a reformist movement among the Muslims. He was aware of the socio-economic backwardness in the Muslims and the benefits of Western education. He worked for the upliftment of his community by starting modernization movement. उन्होंने मुसलमान समुदाय के लिए मॉडर्नाइजेशन मूवमेंट का शुरुआत किया और वो अपने समुदाय के बैकवर्डनेस से अच्छी तरह वाकिफ थे. He realized that the solution to the problem was a blend of traditional and modern education. He stressed the importance of the teaching of the Quran. He established a scientific society in 1864 to attract upper class Muslim of Uttar Pradesh to the benefits of English education. Sayyid Ahmad Khan started a process of modernization among the Muslims and for this purpose started the Muhammad Anglo-Oriental College in Aligarh in 1875. जो उन्होंने मुस्लिमों के मॉडर्नाइजेशन के लिए मोहम्मदन एंग्लो ओरिएंटल कॉलेज की स्थापना अलीगढ़ में 1875 में की. द करिकुलम ऑफ द कॉलेज वाज अ ब्लेंड ऑफ मुस्लिम थियोलॉजी एंड वेस्टर्न एजुकेशन. मतलब मुस्लिम धर्म साहित्य और वेस्टर्न एजुकेशन का मिश्रण था उस कॉलेज का करिकुलम. करिकुलम मीन्स जो उसका पाठ्यक्रम था वो मुस्लिम धर्मशास्त्र और पश्चिमी जो शिक्षा पद्धति थी उसका मिश्रण था. According to Sayyid Ahmad Khan, the aim of the college was to spread scientific and Western education among the Muslims and prepare them to avail the advantage and opportunities of British rule. It is also aimed at promoting loyalty of the Muslim toward the rulers. The Aligarh College, which later developed into university, played an important role in creating political consciousness among the Muslims. Sayyid Ahmad Khan was influenced by Mr. Beck, the principal of the college, who convinced him that the rise of the Congress was an obstacle to the development of the Muslims. As a result, the Aligarh College became the center of political activity and a movement known as Aligarh movement. तो उनका जो यूनिवर्सिटी था वो राजनीतिक गतिविधियों का केंद्र बन गया और वो मूवमेंट अलीगढ़ मूवमेंट कहलाया. The aim of the program of the movement was loyalty and support to the British rule. उसका मुख्य उद्देश्य था कि वो ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट को सपोर्ट करें और उनके प्रति लॉयल बने. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज एंग्लो ओरिएंटल डिफेंस एसोसिएशन. In 1893, Sir Sayyid Ahmad Khan, under the influence of Mr. Beck, principal of Aligarh College, established the Mohammedan Anglo-Oriental Defence Association. The objective of the association was to promote loyalty among the Muslims and dissuade them from joining the Congress or any political movement. उनका ये उद्देश्य था कि मुसलमान कांग्रेस या किसी दूसरे एसोसिएशन का हिस्सा न बने. So this was another cause for the formation of Muslim League. And the last cause, his attitude toward nationalism and the Congress. मतलब उनका एटीट्यूड राष्ट्रवाद और कांग्रेस के प्रति क्या था, ये भी एक बहुत महत्वपूर्ण कारण था मुस्लिम लीग की स्थापना का. Sayyid Ahmad Khan was a reformer and a modern thinker. He described the Hindus and Muslims as the two eyes of the beautiful bride that was India. वो हिंदू मुसलमान को एक ब्राइड का दो ब्यूटीफुल आइज के रूप में देखते थे. According to Sir Sayyid Ahmad Khan, India was a land of different cultures, but the British policy of divide and rule and the rise of nationalism under Congress made him aware of the weak position of the Muslim. जो ब्रिटिश की डिवाइड एंड रूल की पॉलिसी थी और जो नेशनलिज्म की भावना कांग्रेस उत्पन्न कर रहा था वो मुस्लिमों को वीक बना रहा था. According to Sir Sayyid Ahmad Khan, he feared that in the absence of British, the Hindu majority would dominate over the Muslims. अगर ब्रिटिश नहीं रहेंगे तो हिंदू मेजोरिटी मुस्लिम पे डोमिनेट करेगी, ऐसा सैयद अहमद की सोच थी. This changed the attitude toward Congress and nationalist movement. In 1888, he founded Indian Patriotic Association with Raja Shiv Prasad of Benares. He also started Muhammad Educational Conference which met every year since 1886 to spread his message. According to him, Congress was an organization to extend the Hindu majority to dominate over Muslim majority in the representative bodies. कांग्रेस एक ऐसी संस्था है जो मुस्लिमों को के ऊपर हिंदुओं का डोमिनेंस स्थापित करने के लिए बनाई गई थी. ये सैयद अहमद खान ये कह रहे हैं कि ये कांग्रेस एक ऐसी संस्था है जो हिंदुओं को मुसलमान पे डोमिनेंस स्थापित करने के लिए बनाई गई है. He began to oppose the Congress and declared the Hindu and Muslims are different. He started the Aligarh movement with Mr. Beg to curb the Congress to create a platform for Muslim public opinion and promote loyalty to British. वो मुस्लिम के लिए एक प्लेटफॉर्म बनाना चाहते हैं जिसके लिए वो मुस्लिम लीग को सपोर्ट करते हैं और बोलते हैं कि मुस्लिम शुड बी लॉयल टू द ब्रिटिशर्स फॉर देयर ओन सेल्फ इंटरेस्ट. So these are the causes that are responsible for the formation of Muslim League. So with this point, the first topic is over. Next come to the second topic. Second topic, that aims and objectives of the Muslim League. The Muslim established Muslim League to give them a platform to share their concern. The Muslim League was formed with the following aims and objectives: to promote among Muslims India feeling of loyalty to British government and to remove any misconception that may arise as to intention of the government with regards to Indian Muslims. ये इसलिए क्रिएट किया गया था कि इंडियन मुस्लिम ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट के प्रति लॉयल बने. सेकंड कॉज, टू प्रोटेस्ट एंड एडवांस द पॉलिटिकल राइट्स ऑफ द मुस्लिम, टू प्रोटेस्ट एंड एडवांस द पॉलिटिकल राइट्स ऑफ द मुस्लिम्स ऑफ इंडिया एंड रिस्पेक्टफुली रिप्रेजेंट देयर नीड एंड एस्पिरेशन टू द गवर्नमेंट. ये मुस्लिम के लिए पॉलिटिकल राइट को एडवांस करने के लिए और उनके जो एस्पिरेशन है उनको गवर्नमेंट के सामने रिप्रेजेंट करने के लिए बनाया गया था. To prevent the rise among Muslims of India of any feeling of hostility towards the communities without prejudice of aforesaid objects of the league. इन सारे कारणों से ये मुस्लिम लीग्स का एम्स और ऑब्जेक्टिव था. So this was the aims and objective of the Muslim League. Now the last cause is the Lucknow Pact. Now the last cause is Lucknow Pact. Let us discuss the Lucknow Pact. In November 1910, Lord Hardinge became the Viceroy of India. नवंबर 1910 में लॉर्ड हार्डिंग वाइसरॉय बनते हैं भारत के. Rise in revolutionary terrorism and dissatisfaction over the partition of Bengal worried the new Viceroy. He decided to conciliate the Indians. In 1911, Lord Hardinge annulled the partition of Bengal. 1911 में वो पार्टीशन को निरस्त कर देते हैं. During the First World War, the demand for the self-government increased and this brought about a change in British policy. Lord Chelmsford, the new Viceroy, announced in 1960 the Indian self-government within the British Empire was the goal of the government, but it would be granted gradually due to religious differences and after the Indians acquired self-political experience. The nationalist Muslims and the Congress in these circumstances decided to resolve their differences and jointly put forward their demand. This resulted in the signing of Lucknow Pact between Congress and the Muslim League. According to this pact, common constitutional programs were formulated by them. So उन्होंने कहा कि सेल्फ गवर्नमेंट तभी मिलेगा जब हिंदू मुस्लिम के बीच में जो दूरियां वो ख़त्म होगी. तो हिंदू मुस्लिमों ने मिलकर लखनऊ में एक पैक्ट किया जिसको लखनऊ पैक्ट ऑफ 1916 कहा जाता है. इसके द्वारा they decided to formulate a common constitutional program for themselves. So this was all about the Lucknow Pact. So we have discussed the aims and objectives and Lucknow Pact in this very video. With this chapter is complete and your syllabus for the first term is also complete. Hope you understand all the videos and try to read the chapter as many times as possible. And if you have any doubt or any portion is left, you can contact me on phone, on my mobile or on my WhatsApp number. Feel free to contact anytime. I am always there for you. Take care of yourself. Stay safe and take care. Bye.